So this is my 3000 points Tyranid list with Lictors galore. So this is 3 Lictors, then this is 6 von Ryan Sleepers, this is another 6, and I just realized I need another 6 because I have 18, then 3 Maleceptors, Winged Prime, Broodlord, 3 more Neurolictors, because why not? Hive Tyrant, 40 Hormagaunts, then some Biovores, some more Biovores, 20 Gargoyles, 20 Genestealers, and then one of my friend's miniatures that I have to repaint. Maybe I order a new one, I don't know yet. Dragon. That's it. 3000 points. Hi, I'm Frank and this is Chaos Rocks. I'm starting a new 3000 points Tyranids army. It will be a narrative army, and I will want to play in the Grand Narrative tournament in the US at the end of November. So I have to start building and painting my army. I will try to build it in 1 week. So I will have a lot of Lictors, a lot of von Ryan Sleepers, Neurolictors. It's gonna be Vanguard Onslaught, and yeah, I have to build everything. And I just realized I have to transport it in a plane too. So I want to put it in hand luggage, and the problem is, yeah, there's not that much space. And I realized my army has 6 Biovores, and Biovores have 80mm bases now. They used to be like, I think it was 40mm back in the day. But yeah, I will have to try to stack them up somehow. I don't know, but yeah, it will be a problem. But let's start building.
All right, let's start the time lapse. In the background, you can see all of the Tyranids still in the packaging. I'm starting with the von Ryan Sleepers. I have the maximum amount you can have in an army, so it's 18. No idea if they're good in the game or not. I just like the model, so I don't know. Don't judge me. I'm building the same model 6 times here, so I get a feel for the model, what I have to cut off, where the mold lines I have to remove, so I can do this quicker if I do it 6 times. And it's 18 models, so doing this 3 times, and then I basically left off the arms. So I only glued in the legs into the miniature and put them on the base. If you only have 3 in your army, you could just build the stock version and then have 3 of them and basically be fine. But I have 18 of them and they all have to look a little bit different, so I had to do something with them. I just wanted to do some quick conversions, so I didn't use any modeling putty or anything like that. So I only wanted to use the plastic parts that are in the kit. They are standing on some Tyranid tactical rocks, the Games Workshop Classic. So I cut some of them off to make the model lean forward a bit, so it looks different, or it's a little bit lower to the ground. And some of them I bent some of the parts back, so like the legs are bent a little bit, so they are a little bit further up. And I broke one of them off as well, and I had to re-glue it, and it was a nightmare because there's one that only has 1 leg on the floor, and of course I broke this one off, obviously. So yeah, then I swapped the top arms with some of the other bits, and then what I'm doing here is assembling the second batch of 6. And then I have to try why I do this, because I have to check if the arms even fit the other models. So I wasn't sure if I can even put them on the other model easily, or if I had to use some modeling putty or green stuff or something like that. But yeah, it was easy enough. Some of them I had to rotate the arms a little bit, or cut some of the pegs that I put into the shoulders off. And yeah, it was easy enough. They were really fun models to build, in my opinion, and we can have a look at the final result just after I finished up putting all of them in the designated area on the table. And 18 are done. These 6 are all from the same body and same under, like the bottom arms, whatever they're called. And yeah, I think they look different enough on the table. And as you can see, I used the arms from the other 2 miniatures and swapped them around a bit. And I did the same thing for the other 12 of them. So I think when they have a little bit, I will vary them in the markings they have on the carapace as well, so that will distinguish them from each other. And then on the base, obviously, there was different stuff. So I think the silhouettes are different enough, and it should be fine to use them all in the same army at the same time. Yeah, because I have 18 of them in the army, because I'm a crazy boy. So yeah, there's the last batch. So without using any green stuff on them, I think it's a good result, and I'm looking forward to spraying them and painting them soon. But yeah, before that, I will build all the rest of the army, so it's gonna be a lot of work coming to me and a big time lapse in the end as well. I'm building the Biovores and some Spore Mines here, and I just wanted to talk about why I've even started this army. So I always liked the Tyranids as an army, and friends had Tyranids for years and years. And my cousin has a kind of on-off relationship with Tyranids, so I think he started and sold them 2 or 3 times already now, and I don't think he has any Tyranids right now. But I always liked them, but I'm a Chaos boy, so I play Death Guard and other Chaos armies like Chaos Knights and stuff like that, so I could never play a Xenos Filth army. But yeah, when the new models came out, I was on the fence and I thought, oh, they are really cool, and I really like the Von Ryan's Leapers. What pushed me over the edge in the end was Matthew from Mini Wargaming. He had a video about 300,000 points on the Grand Narrative, and he wants to go to the Grand Narrative and bring a battle group with 10 people that have the same color scheme as him with 3,000 points each, so 30,000 points. But maybe he can even bring 100 people, all Tyranids and Genestealer cults, and basically take the whole event over. I'm not sure if he can do it, but I wanted to help him out. So I thought, I really liked his color scheme. I've seen his color scheme before, and I thought, oh, the color scheme is nice. And yeah, I had it in mind to start Tyranids already. And then when he said, come join me, I went on the page, bought a ticket. Tickets were still available. And I've never been to the US. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Coming back to the models, oh my god, those legs on the Biovores were a nightmare, because I tried to fix all 6 of them at the same time and then put them on the miniature, and then they were basically flopping flat on the base and nothing was fixed. So I had to wait, and I was impatient, and I had to wait till some of the legs were fixed, and I even used the hairdryer on them for a little bit. And as you can see, I don't really need the hairdryer for anything else, so it was fine. So this is my Army Box Air Heavy Support. Those shelves are steel, powder coated steel or whatever it's coated with, and this is magnetic, so you can put magnets on the miniature spaces and then they will be fixed to those plates. The side frame is aluminium to make it lighter, and the back thing as well, but you can get side panels that are magnetic as well. I don't have those yet, I have some of them ordered. But the problem is with those Von Ryan's Leapers, there's not much space on that shelf anyway, so I could probably put some Hormagaunts or something smaller here. But for my 3,000 point army, I don't think this one will cut it. I will try my best, but as you can see with the Biovores, the shelves are looking like this, and then they are fixed like this so the models don't fall over. Could use them the other way around as well. They fit like this as well, because it makes it easier to get the model off when there's not that lip. If you have a magnet that's really strong, then you cannot really get it off. But yeah, this should be fine. So if I fly in the plane, better safe than sorry. So I put them in like this. And then, as you can see, this shelf is also almost full. Maybe there are like 20 or 30 smaller miniatures or some Lictors or whatever, and then I put them in here. As you can see, I'm not sure if that box is gonna cut it, because there's a big model gonna go in here. Is a Tyranid Hive Tyrant with wings, a Trigun, and 3 Maleceptors as well. So this will probably be full already, and then maybe those side plates will be able to store some Hormagaunts or Hormagaunts on the sides. And I mean, the Spore Mines, I can just whatever, toss them in. You know, who cares about Spore Mines, right? Like this. No respect for the Spore Mine. Yeah, but as you can see, I will, when I build the rest, I will try it out and see if it still fits, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe I just carry some stuff in my hand or whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty hard to put all that stuff in the hand luggage on a plane because I don't really want to put it on the hold. So if I put it in a big suitcase and then they put it on hold, I don't know. It's gonna be a nightmare. I have to fix a lot of miniatures, probably how much they throw them around. But yeah, we'll see in a future update. See ya. Transition. So here are some of the test miniatures I've painted. So as you can see, I've painted 20 Hormagaunts. So maybe I will swap some of the Hormagaunts out for those because it was so much work, and maybe to save time I will swap some of these little buggers out. But who knows? Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. Little brain bodies as well. And yeah, I will post the army list down in the description, and then you can tell me how bad it is competitively. But who knows, till November maybe the rules change 3 times and Tyranids become cheaper and I have to put all of these in to even have 3,000 points. So who knows? That was my first video. I hope you liked it. Yeah, I will have to build a lot of stuff still in the future, so it's gonna be a lot of work, and I have to spray and paint it obviously, but that will be even more work than just building it. And then magnetize it, fit it in the luggage for the plane, and yeah. We will see if I can do it till the Grand Narrative Tournament. See you next time. Bye!